Well, hello there, my materialistic minions. My name is Beau. Today we are coming to you with a solution. For all of you people out there who have the iPhone, the battery life is absolutely atrocious, especially if you're like me and you do a lot of traveling, you're always on the road, and maybe you don't have time to carry, or the resources, to carry around a giant power bank like this, which is actually twice as thick as my phone. And granted, you can get a lot of charges out of this, and it's solar and everything like that. Fancy little thing, got an unnecessary flashlight, which I've got a flashlight on here. But you know, I don't want to carry this around. I just want my phone and I want my battery life back. Which, by the way, if I have a little trouble with my throat, I am also snacking on dry roasted and salted almonds. I don't have a smoking problem. So let's go ahead and give you the solution. This right here is called CoBattery. I've been testing it to see if it's all it's cracked up to be, and yes, spoiler alert, it is. So let's go ahead and crank the camera down so that you can get a nice shot of the case and see how it actually goes in. So let's pretend that you just got this in the mail. It comes in a nice little case, but I don't want to show you that. We'll leave that up to the surprise when you get it so you can feel like a child during Christmas. These are the batteries right here. As you can see, they're roughly the same size as a pack of 5 gum. As a matter of fact, they're actually thinner than that. That's why I couldn't find this earlier, because I had stored it on top of my gum, like over there, and I didn't know where it went. Ah, there's the battery, so they're that small. That's pretty cool. Now, enough of 5 gum. No, they are not sponsoring this video. I wish they were, though. It also comes with a charger, along with a cable, a little USB. Is that micro or mini? I get the two mixed up. And then the cord itself is maybe about 4 feet in length. And so every night, I pop this out of the case and I pop it into here. And you'll see little pins down there, and those pins correspond with these pins. So you will probably try to put it in backwards. Don't do that. I mean, it won't ruin it, but it won't be charging. But those pins correspond with these pins. Pop it in like so. Charging all night long, right on, cool. And basically, whenever you put this in, and this is why they give you another one, you put this into here, which I'm gonna show you. And we're gonna go ahead and put my iPhone 6S into here. All right, charging over there. And let's see, I am at 100%. Because I've actually had this in all day, but we're gonna go ahead and start from square one. So this is what you have to do, and the instructions are included. But be gentle as always, and you kind of put one side in, you kind of situate it down like so, and then it just snaps in comfortably like so. Now I did notice that the case itself is sort of a hard plastic. It's not a squishy type plastic like my previous case like this. You can see how bendy this is. This does not bend like that at all. So anyway, if you want a bit of squishiness, I'm sorry, it's not very squishy. See, it actually sounds pretty hard. I'm not gonna drop test my phone. As a matter of fact, it's already cracked. Yeah. That happened in Nepal. A little street child came up to me and said, "Excuse me, sir, your phone slipped out of your pocket." And he was nice enough to give it back to me. Really, really decent of him, especially considering that this phone is probably a year's worth salary for his parents. So sweet, sweet child, and that's why I love the charity work that we do. Now, back to this. Let's get a little close up right here and kind of focusing. You'll notice on the very bottom that integrated into the case is a lightning cable, and that plugs right into the port. I actually received 2 of these little CoBattery cases. You'll see CoBattery on the side right there. And had the opportunity of tearing apart one of these. And there's a lot of electronics in there. It's not just a battery that just goes directly into a lightning cable. There's a lot of thought and design put into this. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of electronics in there, which I have no idea what they do. But once the case is actually on, you take the battery and align these little nodes with these nodes, and what you have to do is really kind of push down fairly firmly, because these little springy things, those pins are spring loaded. So push down on the pins like that, and push down. Really emphasize the pushing down if you don't want to force it in, or else it'll peel the casing off of the battery. So push down all the way and it pops in like this, and there we go. Your phone actually looks pretty darn cool with this pattern on the back. And lo and behold, you will see, the proof is in the pudding, you will see that it is in fact charging. Isn't that incredible? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the battery in 3, 2, 1, and you will see, oh wait, turn it back on. Oh, there you go. You can see that it is not charging anymore. Oh, what does Matt Hendon say? He said, I've never heard of a beer called Irish Death. Sounds dangerous. Just he wait. No, I'm not an alcoholic, but I do like beer. In small doses. So anyway, yeah, so that's it. It's extremely simple design. I love the fact that they give you two, a nice little rubber type surface so it doesn't slip around a lot. Oh man, those dry roasted salted almonds are starting to catch up to me. All right, so that's it. So overall, here's what I give this. I actually give this a 4 out of 5 stars. Not a full 5 out of 5, although it does solve my problem wonderfully when traveling. It gives me battery life in my aging iPhone 6s that I am on all day long. And no longer do I have to conserve battery life because it's always being charged. It's just bypassing the internal battery and going and drawing a charge straight off of these. Absolutely brilliant. It effectively makes it an Android, except you have to peel the backs off of Androids in order to get a fresh battery in there, at least a lot of Androids. So here's why I knock 1 star off, because I actually received a case and unfortunately it was inoperable and not working. Now, the customer service was fantastic. I reached out to them and they got me a new case in the mail as soon as possible. But let's be honest, you don't really want that in a brand new product. So if it had worked initially, I would have given it a 5 out of 5, which hopefully in your case, it will, and hopefully that was just a, I don't know, 1 out of 100, which of course electronics aren't perfect, so thank goodness there is solid customer service. So let's put this back in like that, and as you can see, it stays put, doesn't fall out, which also I was kind of concerned about because I use my phone a lot, and what if it pops out? But no, it stays in there quite nicely. Lastly, and this is just a personal thing, I'm not going to really knock any stars off of this because I do acknowledge that it is a personal thing, but this is my previous case, and 2 things that I like about this case is not only is it kind of a squishy plastic, not super squishy that where it's annoying and catches on things, but there is a bit of cushion if you were to drop it. This is pretty hard plastic, and I'm somewhat concerned that it's just gonna transfer the shock directly into the case, and it's not really gonna absorb anything. Now again, that's just speculation. I haven't actually dropped my phone, but I have tested quite a few cases that were kind of hard plastic like this, and so really I would use this mainly for the feature of the battery and not necessarily protecting your phone. Still be careful with your phone. So I mentioned that there were 2 things that I liked about my old case and that I don't necessarily care for this case. And that is the fact that on my old case, yes, I have the ability to put credit cards slid in here. And again, that's a personal thing, but with this, now I have to re-carry my wallet. So that's gonna fill up another pocket. So maybe in the future, they may add a feature where they have like, I don't know, maybe a little space between here where you can put 2 credit cards and maybe a $20 bill in there, because I think that is the coolest thing ever to you know, basically avoid having a wallet, because now all of my credit cards and my license are all right there. So that's just an unfortunate little personal lifestyle change that I'll have to make. I probably will revert back to this on a daily basis, but when I am traveling, especially out of country, I am definitely going to use this. Especially since I use this for drones and shots like that. Now granted, I will have to pop out the little lightning cable right here in order to plug my drone in right there, but at least I know when I start using my drone, I will have a full internal battery. Yeah, so that's it. 4 out of 5 stars. Yes, highly recommended, at least if you use your phone all day, or if you're like me and you travel quite a bit. So that's it. I hope that this is helpful in determining whether or not the CoBattery is right for you. My name is Beau, and I look forward to testing and demonstrating more fun, fantastic things here on Amazon.com.